Hello everyone, welcome back to Oblivion, which we want to go deal with um, some drunk and disorderly. I know how to say that, but for some reason I couldn't say it right. And I'm back to, well, as you guys can probably tell, I'm back to recording on the TV. Um, that, that's because I did like how recording directly from the computer was a little bit more efficient because I didn't have to worry about any pixelation or anything like that. But it was a little uncomfortable for me, to be honest. My legs kept on getting cramped up, and I had to struggle just to see over the phone to see my computer screen. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
What is it?
I heard there's a new shipment of weapons at Fire and Steel. Have you been recently?
I was in there just a few days ago. Rasheda's prices are very reasonable.
I've heard others say the same.
Farewell.
I'm looking for results from you. What have you found out? The Blackwood Company has taken that much of a foothold in Leonin. Those sons of... Never mind. You've done your job. Here's your payment for it. I don't have anything for you right now. Speak with Azan or Grokash. Get some more seasoning, and maybe I'll have something. Or perhaps you're ready for advancement. You've done well. Because of your efforts, you have achieved the rank of Swordsman of the Fighters Guild.
Yeah.
Go hurt something.
Go ahead. That's the other thing. They say syndicates of wizards.
I may have a bit of a proposition for you involving the Germain family you so recently assisted.
I did mention this guy before. This guy was not exactly a good guy. He's a bad guy.
It was kind of you to escort the Germains back to Weatherly. However, the original owner of Weatherly left them an even greater legacy. In fact, there's quite a bit more to their family history than meets the eye. Want to hear about it? Excellent. Curiosity should never be denied, is it not so? And who knows, my story may prove profitable to both of us once it has come to its end. My tale actually begins with the father, Albert Germain. He was once in my employ, or should I say, the employee of my organization. He was very good at obtaining things that people did not want to part with. A professional thief, to put it bluntly. He was assigned to obtain a very valuable item for me. He succeeded, but decided to keep this item for himself. An unfortunate decision. He fled from Coral with his family and was never heard from again. Only his small son, Reynald, was found, wandering alone in the wilderness. Naturally, my associates and I believed he had perished. The wilderness is, after all, a dangerous place. No place to take your family. Then, these many years later, voila, the brother reappears. It seems the rest of the family did not die in the wilderness after all. Indeed. What is the point of my tale? Albert Germain builds Weatherly way out in the middle of nowhere. He was a thief, not a farmer. The only reason to establish such a place would be to stay out of the Coral Guard's sight. I believe that the item Albert stole, which rightly belongs to me, was hidden at the Weatherly settlement. Unfortunately, the notorious Red Guard Valley ogres ransacked the place and probably took all of the loot back with them. If you were to obtain this item somehow, and bring it to me, I would pay you very well for it. I can get you started by telling you where the ogres live. The rest is up to you. I do not care to describe it. You'll know it when you see it, I think. It is not something one of the ogres should have in his possession. There isn't much to tell you about Albert Germain. He was one of my best. Then he got greedy. The rest is history. Gilbert and Reynard know nothing of their father's past deeds. If you want to tell them about it, suit yourself. Beware. The Edgard Valley ogres are not known for their
I could be wrong.
hospitality.
There's something.
Of course they're not. Ogres in general are not exactly known for their hospitality. Just ask Shrek. Now, I did mention that guy before, after we took the twins back to their home, about that suspicious guy who runs a underground organization. Yeah, that's the suspicious guy. Yeah. And the item in question is actually a sword. Yeah, a sword. That belongs to the Count's family. Apparently, it's an heirloom that's been in the Count's family for generations. That's what was stolen. Now, that guy believes that Albert Germain, the father of the family, ran away with the item because he was greedy, but that's not actually true. He ran away with the item because he knew how valuable it was to the Count. Not in money-wise, but sentimental-wise. At least that's what I read online. From what I read online, Albert Germain had every intention of returning the heirloom back to the Count. At some point, once he knew that he was in the clear from that man. But he just never got a chance to because of the ogres.
Again we meet. Hello again. I've seen plenty of Elia ruins. You'd think they'd be picked clean after 2,000 years, but no, there's still great treasures there. I find the fact that my father was a notorious master criminal absurd. He was a peaceful farmer, nothing more. Where you heard this information, I'll never know, but please don't mention it again. Accusation without proof is unfounded.
Well, anyway, like I said, he had every intention to return their family heirloom to the Count. Once he knew that that man was not looking for him anymore. But then the ogres attacked. So then he was like, "Nope, parents went out the window." At least that's what I read online. Oh, that's surprising. Goblins usually come in at night. Don't come out during the day. At least they were driven out of this cave by these ogres. It is as I said before, you do not want to face ogres face to face, one on one, because they're worse than trolls. What is it? Orc chieftain. There it is. Yeah. Let's see what other goodies the chieftain have. Not much. Now, we have two options here. We can actually we give it to that sketchy guy, or we can give it back to the count where it belongs. And as I said before in a previous video, I'd rather give it back to the count. Because it doesn't belong to that sketchy guy. Yeah, he may say, it's mine, it belongs to me. It's like, yeah, no it doesn't. Okay, it's not yours. Okay. We're not gonna give it to you. At least I'm not. I don't know about you guys. Ooh, another rain shrine. Yeah. A Dibella. Now you guys remember Dibella is the goddess of beauty. But she's usually worshipped by women. Females. And let's see. Fortified personality, strength, and endurance. Nice. The other red is actually a temple of the Bella and Skyrim and Malkoth. There's nothing about women in the temple. I hard to tell they're pretty though, because they're all clipped. Their faces are not covered up, but their hair is covered up, their body's covered up. So it's hard to tell if they're beautiful.
Have pity, sir. I got nothing. Hello.
So there are many different forms of beauty. They're classified as beauty. I'm sure those people in the
There's some strange
the temple believe that it's referring to physical beauty, but beauty it can be on the inside too, not just on the outside.
Hi.
I'm talking about character, by the way, just in case you didn't get that.
Hi there. Hey. Hello, I'm Leith Wofric, the Chief Herald and Countess Velga's attendant. Welcome to Coral. The Countess is in attendance. Proper etiquette is expected.
Did you hear about Reynold Germain's long-lost twin brother returning to Coral? Now, I hear there's a stranger in town asking about them. A dark elf from back east, they say. I wonder what he wants. There's been some terrible trouble at the chapel in Anvil. All of Debella's priestesses, murdered. Many years ago, when the Count was still alive, a daring thief stole the ancient honor blade of Coral from out of this castle. Why? This is incredible. I never thought to see the sword again. How did you... Never mind. One should not look a gift horse in the mouth. Please accept my thanks on behalf of the people of Coral for restoring this sword and the honor of our city. As a token of our gratitude, I bestow upon you a symbol of honor and heroism, the escutcheon of Coral. You've done a great service to Coral, and you should be proud. Fare thee well.
The Countess herself actually has a quest for you. Apparently, she herself has had an item stolen from her. A painting. I think it was a husband? Or something like that. A painting that she valued dearly. Yeah, I was gonna go and tell them anyway. That damn telling me to. I don't remember exactly what was on the painting. But apparently somebody stole it and replaced it with a fake or something like that. I don't remember the exact details because I only done the quest once, so. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the Countess of Burma, I think it's pronounced Burma, she has a quest for you too. Which her steward actually approaches you and asks you to go and speak with the Countess, or lets you know that the Countess wants to speak with you.
I've heard what... You have something to tell me about my father? I'm at a loss for words. Already I've heard that the honor blade rests again in Castle Coral, and the escutcheon of Coral you have is all the proof I need. My father had told us that he had hidden something away for us, something to provide for our future, but I never imagined it was this. I'm sorry you had to be tasked to right this wrong that my father was responsible for. Once again, you've stuck your neck out for us. Maybe in the past my family was notorious, but never let it be said that the current Germains don't pay their dues. I'd like you to have this keepsake. My father gave it to me when I was but a lad. I think you should have it. Thanks again, my friend. You are always welcome in our home. Honor suits you well. May your journeys always be safe.
And he gave me some soul gems. Let's look inside the house and see if the place has changed since the last time I was here. Well, it's changed a little bit. it's not as beaten up. They got rid of that crispy corpse. And the bones are all gone too. Good. Oh, yeah, that's what they cleaned up the place quite nicely. And they fixed up the gun since the last time I was here. I mean, it wasn't fixed when I got up by here on the way to the cave. It was still broken. But now it's fixed. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start heading. Who's that? Who are you? I thought I killed everybody.
Let me give you some advice, stranger. Leave. Now. You ain't welcome here.
Okay.
You see.
I thought everybody in the village was killed when I went to see the shopkeeper's daughter. Yeah. Because I keep forgetting the name out. Well, it's not that I don't forgot her name, it's just forgot how to pronounce it. I'm not good with Agonian names. Anyway, I suppose the only thing left to do is to head down to Anvu once again to get next contract. As far as I know, I don't have anything of urgency right now. Nothing I can't do later. Oh yeah, that's right. I did need to swing by, oh wait, I don't... Oops. Oh, never mind, I read it wrong. Sure, man. I thought I had the tin noodle. Which I don't. Okay, my bad. Brain fart moment. And nothing that needs my immediate attention. Okay. I mean, I might make it to the Skin Guard by the time I meet this guy by the Grand Chapel, but you never know. It's starting to get dark out. So, anyway, I will see you guys when I get to where I need to go, unless something happens.